Money in the way for what they got to say. I throw it up, it's falling down, it's definitely in the way.
Welcome back, guys. Episode 6 of Chart Talk with Shake and myself. While we're watching, like we always say, pull up TradingView, pull up a 1-year chart. If you watch us on YouTube, give us a little thumbs up so we know we're doing a good job. With that being said, we're going to run through the market outlook, member ideas of the week, good trade, bad trade, top ideas for the week, and then book of the week as well. Shake, you want to jump into market outlook?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we saw in the SPY this week, the beginning of the week we saw weakness, but I mean that was kind of expected once we had the huge run into 300. So we had some nice consolidation there. And what I loved yesterday is that Netflix missed earnings. It was a big disaster, and we had a gap down in the market. And then we pivoted and turned around and turned that previous resistance level. What is it? On the SPY, it's around that 297, and we found some buying there. So what we want to see for constructive market behavior is for a little flag to build here and turn that 296 area into new support, and that would be very constructive for the market because this is some heavy resistance up here, this 300 area.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I mean, we spoke about this in the chat a little bit briefly yesterday, where we've been given all these gifts, so we have to just be prepared that when the market does turn, it's not like we can have this every single day. We do say when the markets are highs, we tend to see higher highs within 3 to 6 months, but it's not going to be a straight line. So you just want to be aware of that. The main thing is SPY, as long as we're above 272, it's like everything's fair game. That's like the macro support level pretty much all this year. As long as we're above that, we're definitely good in that regard. So with that being said, I think we can jump into some of the member ideas. First one we got Joe Wickman, band 80.
Band make a bit. That band is sick. Just a beautiful upper level bull flag. This band has been really good to us. This is one of the fucking best names this chat has. But through $80, that thing looks ready. I'm not sure when it has earnings. It looks like it has earnings probably beginning of August. But that $80 is beautiful. It's just upper level bull flag consolidated for what is that? 10 weeks. That's money.
I like that a lot too. His other one was EW 195, 196.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty similar chart there, which is a really strong name. What I like better about band is that it's a lot tighter. You see this EW Edward Life Sciences is still trading pretty wide. 188 support, 196 resistance. So if it built much tighter below that 196, I'd like it a lot more. Still needs a little work to do for me though. But yeah. Good chart.
Yeah, I have a 196 buy stop, and like today, I'm like, if I get ticked in third day up, like I'm gonna be so pissed. So it's like
right, third day up. It's like I was buying this Monday on the fourth day up.
Yeah. Then we have Jared is looking at Twilio, TWLO through 150.
Yeah. This Twilio's a name you kind of have to buy against support because it's so sneakily wide. The candles look small because of the run it's been on this year. It's like insane uptrend. We've been buying this week, this 146 area against this 140, 142 area. Adam Rabb has been all over this name. This looks good. These software names, every time you think they're short, they hold that support and come right back so far this year. So, continue with that trend.
Nice. Then we got Daniel Picar through 72. I believe he's looking at 4.
Yeah, through 72 in time, that looks good. It has to get up there. It has to hold the support. But it's a nice level up there. Just needs some work to do. Oh, shit, I zoomed out. That's a nice level.
Yeah. I'm zooming out as you're doing it. I'm like, oh, it's getting nicer.
Yeah. It's so funny. Just had the little shitty Wednesday, Thursday. But in time, that 72, 73 looks solid.
Nice. We got Joe DeFrank, RNG 125. Another software name.
Yeah, this is tight. This is tight at highs. I mean, you can't contend. I mean, these software names, you think the run is going to stop and then just keep going the entire year. You look at Twilio, we thought it was a sick trade when it went to 70 and now it's 150. So, just keep buying these things. They're just going higher.
We got Adam Rav, S, and C through 58.
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, usually I don't like an earnings gap down, which it did the end of April, beginning of May right there. But since 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's had 11 weeks of sideways consolidation. it worked off that gap down, and all moving averages caught up and everything. And it's still a top right chart when you zoom out. So I definitely like that one. What do you say, 60 or?
I think he had 58, 60. I think he's already in it. I think he's looking for spots to add.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I like it. It's a nice little base for me. If we can break through the 60, it should get a pop.
Nice. We got E-Rich. We got PS32 half.
Oh, this is he said it's the beginning that this is breaking down right now, but that 32 half in time is going to be really good if this holds up. Just a recent IPO name, getting really tight. Yeah, but it's just failing right now, so need some time.
And then the other one he was looking at was Cree through 60, CREE.
Cree. Yeah, I mean Cree's just getting tighter and tighter.
Notice so far we've only been looking at tech names. It's like tech, semi, software, nothing else.
Right, and well, here's the reason why, and I know why that is. It's because everyone thought the market was going to fall apart this week when we saw the first 3 down days, and everyone I talked to was just like, "Oh, do you think this S&P resistance is going to cause us to go down to 272 again, test those levels?" So when you get that kind of, people kind of get that reaction, they're going to look to sell those names, whatever, and then they pivot. They're just pivoting right at support, so they're all becoming great buys. That's why that Twilio was great. Like that myocardia this week was at an inflection point, shit like that, where it's like these names, they look like they're finally going to end the run, and then they hold up at support and give a good entry because of how the market pivoted.
Yeah, with you on that. Next up, we got Tyler Kenny, PPG, 119, 120.
Oh, they have earnings yesterday? Yeah, they did. Wow, this is a sick chart. Holy shit. You see the level?
Yeah, it's going back to 2015.
So the level's sick, and the name PG, I wouldn't normally be excited about the level. But the fact that it had earnings yesterday, and it had that feasty ass day, and now the inside day today, that's giving such, I love when a stock gaps up and has an inside day after holding the inside day on earnings. And this, like right below a monthly resistance level, this is going to give you an entry of an inside day on earnings. Just like great timing the way this set up. I really like this setup. Yeah, I'll get involved with this one. You'll see this one.
Tyler, great job. And we got Heaven looking at Silk, SILK through 42.
Hey, say Silk 5 times fast. Say it.
I'll let you do that one.
Oh, you pussy. Yeah, I like the inside week for sure. I mean, you just got to buy that against 40, I think, right now until it builds a bit more. And you could try some, I guess, against 41. 40 is just clear support there. It's better to buy that against 40 than cheap to stop. But through 42, if we get some volume,
Yeah,
even
like 43, like if you look back, like that seemed like you had back in beginning of May that was resistance. Middle of May it really ripped through, and like that's been kind of those a couple of dojis like a week or two ago, where it's almost like you don't have to be like just give it the extra buck and just like buy it when it really wants to go versus trying to get in like too tight and kind of pushed around.
Yeah.
We got Brian's looking at SQ through 83.
Yeah, I mean this SQ really woke up 2 weeks ago. The powerful day, July 9th. Since then, it should get on everyone's radar. I wonder when this thing is earnings. Let's see. Their last earnings were.
It's beginning of August.
Around August 1st, I bet.
First.
Yeah, I mean it'll be a Momo flag through that 83. It looks pretty solid right now, and it just needs more time to set up. This name should become a focus though after the July 9th action, after that breakout. That was definitely a huge change of composure in the stock. So I would expect that one to continue with that kind of buying and volume and shit.
Nice. We got one of Carl's ideas going for the week ahead, DLB through 66.
That's a sick base. It's a really nice shot, really thin name, but I know that he is much more of a swing trader, and he's not so concerned about the volume because he's just going to set wide stops. So for him, I love this chart, love this setup. If you're just going to buy it and set a wide stop and not really concern yourself with intraday action, then this is a great chart for you. For me though, I'm not going to buy it because volume is important to me. I use a lot of intraday bullshit. But for him, that's a great setup through 66.
And then rounding up the last one, we got Cameron, FFIN through 32.
Oh wow, they must have earnings today. No, they had earnings
Yesterday, I think.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. All right. Well then, yeah, that's a beautiful chart. This is a beautiful, beautiful flag. I love how all the moving averages are just so tight now, and it has this nice pattern. It's a really nice bull flag, and then it's getting tighter between support and resistance. It's almost wedging in a way. That's 30, what do you say, 3150?
Yeah, 3150.
Yeah. Perfect. I mean, beautiful, beautiful. Thinner name, but that chart is amazing.
Nice. All right, so we wrapped up all the ideas for the week. Want to jump into best trade, worst trade?
Yeah, for sure. Do you want to start? Because I got to figure out what I'm going to do for worst trade. I didn't think this through.
All right. Yeah, one of the easy ones I had this week was Dow, DOW. This is again, Doji at lows. It was buy stuff above 48. I pretty much got 48.05. Right off the open, just solid 3 days up. I took trail on my stop. I got stopped out on, I believe it was yesterday. Yeah, I got stopped out yesterday below like 51.89. Super easy trade. It was like an 8% in 4 days. Wasn't really on my radar either, so it's just kind of like an easy trade. Worst trades this week were really just kind of getting stopped out of stuff that I probably should have gave more room. Like this MYOK we talked about last week of how holding you through that push through 44, and really my stop should have been the same with that 41.89, which was like my original stop, but I just got a little too cute with it. It pushed me out, and now of course it's just still trading higher, which was kind of what we were talking about. So it was more like a mental error, and like even like this Boeing, we've been buying this 360. I bought 360 back in like June 20th. Caught like a 20-point move at a break-even stop, lost nothing in it, and then bought it back again this week. And I had that same break-even stop, 359.89. It pushes me out yesterday, looks absolutely horrible. And then today, just shakes everyone out, and it looks amazing. So for anyone who gave it a little bit more room than I did, it looks sick for them. And just for me, I kind of got pushed out, kind of 2 break-even trades. So this week, the main lesson really was just kind of giving some of the better trades a little bit more room. But again, not losing anything in a trade isn't the worst thing in the world. That was my main lesson for the week.
All right. My worst trade was this RVLV. So I bought a feeler last Friday so it had that day, that huge day coming out of base, July 5th, and then it held that 36 support on July 11th. So that was a Thursday. So Friday I bought a little feeler against that 36, and then Monday we came in. And I found this buyer. Off the open, and I bought some with a legit. It was a day trading stop, and I bought a shitload. Had a great pop. I was up like 7 or 8K in it on like kind of nothing move, and I knew that I wasn't gonna hold all that stock overnight because I bought it with such a tight stop, and it wasn't realistic for me to swing all that. But the chart was looking good, so I kind of disobeyed my risk reward rules. I was up 5-1 in the trade for the stop that I had. I had 30 cents risk. And I was up, $3 in the trade. I didn't take anything off because I thought, the stock looked like it was going to rip through highs. So not being systematic and taking profit, I turned the winner into a loser there. And like that was so aggravating. So bad turning winners into losers for the mental capital. Now, the things I did well this week, the three charts I wanted to focus on last week that I really stuck with them. AMED first. This AMED, was that Monday it gave us the pop and came back? And we had a bunch of the newer guys when it was a retest talking about like getting stopped out with these like 50-cent stops and stuff when really it's just retesting the resistance level. And we're talking about this Melly trade all week. This Melly from last year, like 270 or 370 or whatever it was. I'll pull it up when we recap after. But I fucked that trade up last year because I was so tight at the resistance level because it was a weekly resistance level. And I was giving it these like bullshit daily and hourly stops. I wasn't giving it the proper room, so I didn't stick with the trade. And the trade was a monster, and it was a loser for me. So adjustment I needed to make with this AMED this year, when it's a very similar setup, is to be able to hold my size, but also give it the right room so I'm not fucking up the trade with the bullshit day trading stops. So this retested 124, that 123 area, and a bunch of people said they got stopped out and ripped up, and I fucking doubled up. I bought twice as much. And then I kicked some into the pop yesterday. So now I just have a really great position. And then this myocardia this is the best trade I had all week. Shouts out to Chris. He put this in front of us. This thing just consolidated all week, and it triggered Monday like a little bit on really tight volume. And I added really heavy to my position. And it would have been a mistake if I got stopped out. I kept the right room, though. I gave it to that 49, that lower pivot or whatever. and I was just sitting heavy in it all week, and it was a bitch because it was tying up all my money and shit was going this week and stuff like that. But I'm really glad that I stuck with it and now it just looks so good. It gave us that high volume breakout yesterday, and then the last trade. This is the trade of the week last week, the QLYS. I had a great position coming into the week. I wasn't able to add because it kind of gapped up, and it was just like I didn't want to ruin my price. So then yesterday it came down and retested at 87. My original stop was at 86.50, so I was keeping it there. And now a lot of people got shaken out keeping it too tight, but it pivoted off that 87. I was able to add to my position a little bit there again, and now it's just setting up for that 92, and it looks better than ever now, especially if you factor in that we got that shakeout. Because from a human psychology point, if you're in a trade and you know people got shaken out, they have to make the decision either have to chase this trade or have to let it go. And that's where momentum comes from people being forced to chase trades after shakeouts. So through 92, that one is really fucking nice.
I feel like yesterday just in general was like I'm looking at names like I've been in, and like I got shaken out of CPA yesterday, I got shaken out of BA yesterday. You're talking about, the names that you're in, those yesterday was kind of like that shakeout day where like that almost is giving us like an idea for a lot of names that we're in. Like those are a lot of those real outs now. Like like 87 you're out in that trade, and it looks even better now. Exactly what you said.
Exactly, and relating back to the market where it's like where yesterday ended up being such a great day to buy because there was that fear in the market. We were gapping down. Netflix missed earnings. We're at this crazy resistance level. So then when the market pivots and shows us the buying is still there, the trend is still intact, that it becomes such a great buying opportunity. And then where like support buys and all that shit, and then where your outs are. So for me, the best thing I did all week is not getting shaken out of those stocks, and then being the beneficiary when they get the pop afterwards.
Nice. All right, I think we can jump into the top ideas for the week.
Yeah, for sure. You want to start?
Yeah. So we got AMP through 152. This has been setting up since like April 2018, just like a pretty big base through that area, and it's just getting super tight. About $4 risk now, and any other time you're buying this, you were risking 40 points, 20 points. So it's just getting very tight. The next one, we got this BBY through 76. This was a name pretty much in March. A lot of the like newer guys were kind of hawking it, and I just didn't like it. It was just didn't really have much of a setup, and now you can kind of see under 76 has kind of been that spot, going back to November 2018, and it's just getting a little bit tighter after that gap up that it had on back in the beginning of June. So I'm looking at that, and then again, the name that I've hated for years, AMD through 34. It'll be that fourth time through that level. So much as I hate that name, let it pull back in, and whenever it wants to go above 34, I'll be looking to buy.
That's funny. I've done so little research, but here's what's on my radar Friday. So this WDFC, it didn't go yet, right? This is just a beautiful earnings flag. This is what I love. The 8 SMA caught up, gives a clear entry point, that 180 breakout. It'd be nice to have some against 174 area. That's like kind of the proper spot. But since I missed that part, giving just an inside week, giving an entry through 180. I love that. There's no bigger catalyst for a stock than earnings. That's why we love these earnings flags so much. Another one I'm looking at is eBay. Check this eBay out. So yesterday it had the kind of blow off top, and it held at 39, and then it had this inside day today just consolidating. And before this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5 weeks, it was sitting in this flag at $40. And now after earnings, shook some people out yesterday. I know Riley had this one yesterday, got shaken out. That's good information there for us. No, just for anyone. If I get shaken out and the stock is still there, like for example, that AMED, when all the new guys are like, fuck, I got shaken out, break even. I know this thing's gonna rip now, and I doubled my position, and look what happened, it popped. So, but that's one of those things where it's like it's still within this flag. A lot of people forget about these earnings names the second day. Gave a nice little inside day, so I'm probably planning to buy some through that 40.15 next week, and I'll have two stops between below 39.50, the inside day low, and then 39, the earnings day low, which is the proper stop. Anything else? That QLYS, that's still there. And then Target, really nice upper level bull flag. And then last but not least, this LK, and I got a huge amount of research I got to do, but this LK is still in a really tight range. This is the Starbucks of China. Once this wedge resolves, it's going to be a massive break, and we've seen the support increase after it kind of shit the bed off the earnings. Now support is getting higher and higher, resistance is getting tighter. And we're seeing that buyer step up where that now 19 is the clear out. 1950 is really holding up now. So if this makes a breakthrough 21, I would expect this to make a nice little move through highs, or give us that wedge break that we so often look for.
Yeah, I feel like that's like your bread and butter. It's like all like the wedge breaks, like, and that's like this is like a textbook wedge break and a recent IPO.
Yeah, completely. These IPOs have been really going.
Yeah. All right. You want to jump into the book of the week?
Yeah. You go first.
How I Made $2 million in the Stock Market. You had that Pitbull recommendation, and then I started reading this book, and I haven't been the biggest fan of like finance books or trading related books. They're too perfect, but I feel like Pitbull and then this book, like, for a new trader, like this tells you every dumb money mistake you're gonna make. Why paper trading is a waste of time. Why buying cheap stocks are a waste of time. Why all these all like the wrong things that new traders do. Like this hits the first 20 pages, just gonna smack you in the face. And then as you go through the book, he focuses on like the boxes, which is like us finding flags, respecting stops, dollar cost averaging on the way up. Those are his main 3 key things. And like even if you look at eBay, the last trade you talked about, you can see clear as day, like the prior flag broke out. Now it's in the next, what he would call as a box. So how he trades is very similar to how we trade. Momentum trading, we don't care about really what the story of the stock is. We're just buying up or keeping our stops and just selling higher. So this book is probably the closest to what we do. And especially for a new trader, this is going to humble you very quickly because you can just look at all of his mistakes not in real time. It's from the 50s, but very good book. Like I'd highly recommend this to any new trader who's kind of just getting in the market.
Sick. I don't think I did this one yet, right? Can't Hurt Me? I mean, I just picked this up. It was just laying next to me. Tim Goggins, did I do this the first week?
I don't think so.
I don't remember. Who cares? It's a ridiculous book. I mean, this guy's just a master motivator. You read this book, it makes you run through a wall. He contends once your body starts telling you you're tired during exercise or you're done or whatever, your body's actually, or your brain is only 40% at capacity of being tired, or your body, whatever it is. And everything is so mental. And it's just so many lessons in trading there where trading is so much more of a mental game. And it's the same shit that he talks about with training and Navy SEAL training and stuff like that, where it's much more mental than it is physical. Yes, it's physical. Yes, we have to have our strategies, but the mental aspect is really what's going to, choose whether you're going to be successful or not. So Tim Goggins, I mean, incredible book. I listen to this all the time. That just has you ready to run through a wall. It's crazy.
Nice.
Where are you flying off to?
To Scottsdale.
Oh, going to see Skender?
Yeah, going to see Skender.
Okay.
Oh, so actually, he doesn't even know this, so I'm just flying. Like he invited me to go, and I was like, "Oh, I can't make it. I got like a wedding to go to." So he has like no idea. So I'm just like flying in, and just gonna like show up, and I'm like, "All right, I'm here."
That's sick. That's sick.
Yeah, but we're gonna go see Cedric in Vegas. He's got into Alpha. He's got like a racetrack in Vegas, so we're gonna go race some cars. So little surprise. So
cool,
don't post till like 6 p.m.
I won't tell. All
right, guys. Until next week.
Until next week, give us a like, subscribe, do something.
Little thumbs up. That's all we got to say.
All right. Good stuff.
All right.